And we're live. Hey guys, welcome to Crypto Talk Now live with Max and Larry. We are grateful that you're here to join us today. We have Patches here and he's checking out the charts again, staying on top of all the latest crypto pricing information. We hope that you guys are doing well. We have so much to talk about, including the recession that we are already in case you people don't realize that we are in one. I know you're waiting for the experts to tell you, but we have a lot to talk about. Max, how are you doing this evening?
Doing good, Larry. Glad to be here. Glad to be able to talk about all the hot topics that are going on today. Please, by all means, people, take a look into our recorded videos that come out daily. There's a lot of things that we cover. And without further ado, I'm going to kick it back to my co-host, Larry.
Coming over here, we've got the Fed. I have to laugh at this type of stuff. I really do. I can't help it. I just can't help the stupidity of something like this. The Fed officials, which is Powell, right? He starts to embrace the possibility of recession. To me, we're already in a recession. So that's what makes me laugh about it, because I don't need somebody from the Federal Reserve Board, obviously Powell, to come out and tell me that we are in a recession, because I believe that we're already in one, because we can just tell by the price of inflation up 8.6%. Everything else that's going on, the price and cost of everything, goods and services across the board, you guys know in the real world what we're dealing with. But that's just the way it works. So some people are waiting for that announcement, but I already know we're in it. And I'm sure many of you do as well. But Selmo Fudd says, Crypto Talk Now. Wow. Yeah, he's saying that. Wow, we have a little bit of an issue with our background here. I'm going to try to work on fixing that at the moment here. So give me 1 second here. And we are back. Okay, there's our background. Had a little bit of issue with that. So the Jin, he says, yo, what's up, fellas, in the chat? Thank you for being here, the Jin. Michael Cornwell says, what is up? So welcome back, Michael Cornwell. Here's somebody new. Welcome to Christian Alba. Have not seen you here before. He says, yo, and welcome back. And I apologize if you've been here before, but thank you so much for being here.
Welcome, Christian.
Yep, thank you. And the Jin says, Larry, Max, Patches, Crypto, how are you guys today? We're doing great. We're doing great.
Doing really good. Thank you. Hope you're doing good too.
Michael Cornwell, I think we've been in a recession for 6 months. Thank you. So somebody agrees with me about that we don't need the so-called experts or the Fed or anybody like that or some talking head on TV to tell you when it's time to be in the recession. We already are in the recession. You can just tell by the way the economy is responding here in the U.S. But we'll go over to the screen. We'll look at a couple more things, headlines. I do want to, before that, show you the crypto bubbles here. So this is a top 100. Max, thoughts on this? Have you dollar cost averaged into anything in the last few hours here, the last day since we talked last?
No, not yet. Again, waiting to be a little bit more greedy when it comes to some of this. I still feel as though the market is going to tank more. I just want to hold off just a little bit more to get it for a lot less, and then of course to be able to have a lot more. So that's just the way I look at it. Some people feel as though, well, you already missed the boat. I don't think I have, but you know, we can agree to disagree on that.
I don't think you have. I actually share the same sentiment with you. I'm waiting. I'm just waiting to be a little more patient. I think that we're looking at an opportunity, maybe not of a lifetime, but maybe the opportunity of, let's say, the last 5 or 10 years in the crypto market. This is a big one. I mean, I think we're going to get a big crash. This is really nothing yet, but I could be wrong. But I will read this to you here. Michael Cornwell says, all it took was the clown Biden to get in office and start his anti-American destructive policies. Thank you for that. Ricky says, what is up, fellas? The Jin says, bro, I drove to Louisiana, Lafayette this morning for a job fair, and I got hired on the spot. Laugh out loud, bro. Or I've been 13 years of experience in the oil field. Okay. Maybe that's why. Okay, cool.
Awesome. Well, congrats to you, man. That's great to hear.
Congratulations to the Jin. Tim Shea says hello. And hello to you, the Jin. So looking over here, I won't hold you to the max, because I will say up front that I know the answer. Do you happen to know what is causing Matic to pump right now? Because I could share the answer with you. I just was wondering if you happen to catch it. I know there's a lot to keep track of.
I think some of it has to do with some of the hype behind joining the Doge team and so on. I know they've done some cross bridging with other platforms and whatnot. Those are the two main things I heard. I'm sure you got more to it than just that. So enlighten me.
Yeah, I'm going to show you that because I know maybe the audience might be wondering. And the reason why I know is because they were asking earlier on the 3 o'clock show. So I'm going to just point it out to you because we looked it up earlier in case you guys weren't here for that show. Basically, we went over to their Twitter together. Everyone went together with me. And there was an announcement here actually 9 hours ago. And this is what's going on. So Polygon, if you go to their official Twitter, it says Polygon ID is live. Today, we're announcing the launch of the first Polygon ID integration. Polygon ID is a self-sovereign identity solution powered by ZK cryptography that begins huge potential for DAO governance. And read on. So I went through and just reading the rest of this thread here. You can see there's a lot to digest, but I do want to show like I just kind of mentioned earlier, this graphic here, if I can pull it up on the screen. No, that's not the one I was looking for. I'm looking for one that shows them both side by side. There's a comparison to what we're looking at now. Here it is right here. So they're flipping the model upside down on its head. So if you guys are wondering what is causing this pump, a bit of a pump for Polygon, which I still feel strongly about, I did have some concerns and I looked into them earlier, and I still am bullish on Polygon. I'm waiting for it actually to pull back because now the FOMO is starting because of this Polygon ID flips the internet trust model. So pay attention closely to this model. It's something, if you're interested or curious about Polygon, I'll go over with you real quick. The current model is over on the left, and Polygon's new ID model, of course, is on the right. Current model, users are forced to hand over their data. And what it is it's flowing upwards. So you've got the users, they're supplying their data. It's real simple, and it goes right to the company. And that's how the current model works. But with Polygon's new ID model, the company is actually the one that requests the info. The user selects the info and it gives it to ZK Proof, which then fulfills the request on behalf of the user. This allows basically the user to remain anonymous and also secure their data. So it's actually inverted here. You've got the user up on top, the company down below. The user is going to go ahead and select their claims. It goes to a process to create a Polygon ID, and then it generates a verifiable ZK proof, which I'm, to me, interpreting as some sort of a certificate. And then it goes back in terms of an ID certificate, and then it goes back to the company. So this is the big news, Max. This is like the thing that's causing this pump right now. And I know you said there's some things going on. What can you say that again about the Doge stuff with Polygon? Because that's also probably contributing to this movement in price.
No, I would say that this is definitely the main thing that's doing it. Just going by what I saw before, of course, in that regard, that, Polygon trying to help out with that new blockchain for Doge and so on. And we did see a little bit in regards to that as far as price action, nothing too significant. This obviously is significant because basically this is the opposite, as I would say, from your papers, please, because now you're still remaining anonymous and still fulfilling what the company is requesting in these type of forms. So I think it's a really, really cool thing to see. And I hope other crypto products, because we might as well call this a product, follow the same suit.
Okay, thank you for your insight and opinions on that commentary. Also, we want to remind you guys, if you could just do us a favor, we won't hound you guys. We are grateful for you. If you would just please like the button there, just hit the like button on your way in. We would really greatly appreciate that. So this is what's going on. We could take a look at it a little bit more. There's so much to look at with it. But basically, I'll go on a little bit here. So ID is built using ZK proofs. So you can prove who you say you are without revealing any personal info. So they're going to remain, you're going to remain anonymous. It's great. People are all about protecting their identity online and protecting their personal information. So this is wonderful. It combines the Identity protocol and the Cycroom 2K toolkit to create the most powerful application of ZK technology that can run on a mobile device. So it goes on. There's so many things to look at, but let's jump back to the chat, guys, because there's a lot of other things that we want to talk about the overall economy and crypto in general. Welcome back to Legrand Commission. Of course, we are going to talk about Bitcoin, and you know the rule on the show, or just play a little bit of a joke here. Anytime somebody mentions the word Bitcoin in the chat, we have to pull up the Bitcoin chart. And it's kind of a funny little tradition we're starting. Legrand Commission says Bitcoin to 5K, Ethereum to 300. That's pretty aggressive downward price crashing, basically. Or is Bitcoin really going to fall that far, Max? You think? Your opinion?
It's crypto. Anything could happen, but I don't see it going down to 5K unless just like, man, I mean, we just like the current doom and gloom just becomes the ultimate tragic death spiral, doom and gloom, if you will, you know?
Yeah, I don't think it's going down that far either. I know that a lot of the analysts online are saying they're now calling for it maybe to be around 10, or they are starting to align with my prediction, which I made back on June 2nd, which was 20 days ago. In case you're keeping score at home, my prediction was that Bitcoin before the end of the year will hit, it'll at least touch 12K. I don't see it going lower than 12K. That's a big level of support. I know some people are saying that support is actually 10, and I think that they're wrong. But you know what? They're the experts, so I'll disagree with them. Also, ETH. I think ETH is a little bit too far. Now they're saying 500. That's a little bit dramatic. It would have to be a huge crash, like Max is saying. I'm still calling for Ethereum to touch 850, but we'll see. Michael Cornwell says, congrats on the job. So thank you. And congratulations to our family member, the Jin. He just earned a new job today, so that's great. Ricky said, Max, have you heard of Firepin token? Then can you pull it up to see if it looks promising? Ted's prediction is $50 by the end of 2022. I have not heard of that. Let's come back to that. We'll go through some comments and then we'll circle back.
I know what he's talking about. It's called FRPN as the ticker symbol. I haven't had a chance to take a deep dive into it yet, but it has been one that I've been thinking about looking more into. I just unfortunately don't have all the things that you're looking for in that regard. So I'm not going to BS you yet, but yeah, I have heard just a little tiny bit about FRPN, Firepin. But again, like I said, I need to just, do more of my own research before I bring anything like that to you guys. So that's what's going on.
Out of curiosity, you said it was FRPN. I'll look up on Dex Tools just to see.
Probably not going to find it.
No? Okay.
You're not going to even find it on CoinGecko or CMC yet. Very, very new.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
not on
hardly anything. Literally.
RPN. Okay. No,
FRPN.
I haven't heard of it. Okay.
Yeah. It's called a Firepin.
All right. Well, we'd have to get their Twitter to get their crypto contract address. Okay. So Crypto Winter, guys, smash the like button. Thank you for that. We'll have you guys just ask everyone to do that. Oh, thank you so much to Edward Vincent. He says, push the like button. It helps. And thank you so much. It looks like you have a portrait of someone famous that was actually a painting. Perhaps, I'm not sure. Or maybe that is you. It's a nice picture of something formal and maybe a painting. Edward Vincent, we appreciate you being here. Crypto Winter, Larry, hope you have the rock tonight. I've got the rock. I have it right here. The merch is coming. Everyone's going to be happy. Max is going to have a floating head merch, and he's going to have crazy stuff, and I am too. So we are grateful. We've got the gratitude rock. Crypto Winter, no way ETH will go that far this year, but it can hit the $600 level. Okay. Respect that. We respect that opinion. It's possible. It would have to really be some kind of huge crash, like maybe like what I'm saying, a crypto meltdown.
Larry, I'll be right back. Something's burning. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Oh, okay. He's having a crypto meltdown in his house. Legrand Commission. The point of the comment was for Larry to pull the chart in case the viewers counts. Laugh out loud. Okay. Yeah, that's right. We have to get more viewers when we pull the Bitcoin chart. That's right. Everyone gets happy when we pull the Bitcoin chart. Balmus tells it all. Dogecoin. Yes. How about it? Give it up for Dogecoin. How about that? There's a Dogecoin fan in the house. Balmus tells it all. She's a lady. So we will, ladies first, we will take a look at Dogecoin, and Dogecoin not doing so well today, kind of following the rest of the market, down 3%, but I have high hopes. I am newly reinvigorated with the hopes of Elon Musk as he saves the crypto world with his Twitter conquering. As he conquers Twitter, he will then again carry Bitcoin and also Dogecoin on his shoulders. That's just my opinion. He could be the savior in this, and we will have to wait and see. Or maybe it'll be somebody like CZ. Maybe CZ could turn things around in the market, but we need to go back and take a look at what's going on with Bitcoin. And of course, Bitcoin is at $20,356 currently at that level. Ricky says, thank you. Crypto winter. Let's see. And I have Bitcoin retracing the 13,500. If we're lucky, 1750. Well, that would be pretty like end of the world type stuff. $1,750 for Bitcoin at this point is scary, but I would definitely say 13.5 is in play, but I still am going to go with my 12,000 because I feel like I'm going to be right about it, but I could be wrong. Michael Cornwell, all banking systems have been using Swift. Yes. Thank you so much for bringing that up. For 50-ish years and going to Ripple. Yes, that's big. That's why I have XRP. I definitely have XRP in the title because, I still have that in my favorites, and I'm still, look at that Matic really blowing up there. I still am waiting to see. Here's XRP. You haven't picked up any XRP yet, have you, Max?
No, I definitely plan on doing it. I plan on doing it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So, yeah.
It smells like smoke in here. It's horrible.
Okay, sorry about that. If you need to take a little bit of a break and come back and join us in a few minutes, you can. But yeah,
I'm trying to get it to air out of here. I
Okay.
take care of my dad. He's elderly. He's almost 88 years old, and he put a bag of popcorn in the microwave, and oh my goodness, it's just
wow.
Yeah.
You're having a popcorn crypto meltdown in your kitchen.
Pretty much. The smell is horrible right now. Anyway.
Oh man. Okay. So yeah, so we feel bullish. I think Max and I can both agree we're bullish on XRP long term. And I was actually thinking about it before. That's why I threw it in the title. I'm like, man, I just hope that XRP falls even lower. I'm a big time dollar. I'm going to dollar cost average in around 25 cents. I have cash on the sideline. I'm actually thinking about doing some radical things to raise a little more cash. Just because I think this is just a big time opportunity for all of us. I mean, some people, like, I'm happy about it crashing. I know people are losing lots of money. I'm sorry for that. But I think it's a big opportunity for people. And,
yeah, that's the main one I'm looking for. Is the ones, if I gonna pick one that I have to have that I don't have yet. For me personally, it's definitely XRP because it just stands out as like the one in which when this whole SEC thing ends, like we mentioned before, it could shoot up to like $10 at any point, way past that. So that is the main one, if you will, that is on my list that I have to have.
All right. Yeah, that's my number one now. And this is, again, in case you guys are wondering, well, this is Bitcoin, but this is, again, my favorites. This is my favorites in the top 100. Of course, I threw Bitcoin in there. I'm really not a buyer of Bitcoin until it hits 12,000. Of course, Luna, I'm not buying any more of that until it gains back at zero. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is Luna. I'm not a buyer of Luna at all. And maybe if it gets to $1, but there's too many other things to buy. I just have it in here for show purposes. But this one right here, Luna Classic, I really want to do well long term, but right now I'm just waiting for it to gain another zero. And that's where I think Max and I were along the same lines. I think we have the same strategy for XRP and also Terra Classic, right? Are you kind of looking for it to gain one more zero, or do you need it to gain two more zeros?
Looking forward to gain one more zero, preferably two more zeros, but I got to look at reality at the time being and see where it goes from here. In regards to for instance, XRP, back on the subject of XRP, for me personally, I want to kind of dollar cost average, if you will, at 25 cents. I know that's a stretch, but
that's what I was saying. Yeah, 25.
Yeah,
yep.
we did see it drop down to 29 at one point. If we could drop it down to 25 cents, the way I look at it, that's basically 4 XRP for every dollar I spend, and that sounds pretty attractive. So
yeah, because it's not a big stretch in a bull run for it to easily pass $1. Like, I don't see that as a problem at all in a bull run scenario.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Go back to the comments here real quick. Edward Vincent, it's a dude that looks just like me. Thank you for the shout out. We're always going to recognize everybody on the show the best we can until we get to the point where it's going to be so big it'll be a little difficult, but we do I appreciate each and every one of you in the comments. Ricky, welcome back to the comments. He says, coin market cap tells you where you can buy, but didn't see Firepin anywhere.
Yeah, I don't see it
Okay.
anywhere either. I mean, ticker symbol's FRPN, like I mentioned.
Yep.
It's not listed, of course, on CoinGecko, CMC, Dex Tools, nothing. But again, I have been seeing it popping up, and it's been kind of like something that's been catching my eye. Thinking, basically, like a lot of you guys, like, what is this? Why is it somewhat trending? I guess you could say. I just gotta look more into it.
I think is this it right here? Firepin on Twitter. Firepin. See, Firepin. How versatile is Firepin token? Oh yeah, I think this is it. Firepin token.
Hold on, go down a little bit. I think where shows that lady. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
No, up just a little bit.
Oh, this is a promoted tweet.
Oh shucks, I thought. Oh wait. No, I thought there it is. Yeah, it is the one. See FRPN.
Yeah.
How versatile is? Yeah, I mean, like I'll be reading up some of this. Of course, I mean it's gotta be credible, but yeah, that is the right ticker symbol. So you did pull up the right one.
Okay. Yeah, here's an article on it. What makes it special? A project that puts its community first and allows that very community to make the decisions on its future and the direction they head in a special one indeed.
And it's a Cardano Cardano smart contract.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, so it's on the Cardano blockchain for Firepin token based simply on its three values. Openness, all right, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Cardano. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. I wish I could just get a contract address because I'll throw it into Dex Tools. Somewhere in here. Well, I guess it's on you know what? Let me just go in here. There's just a link tree here. This is a link tree. Yeah, okay, link tree. Good. They got a link tree. And they don't have a link to Dex Tools. Okay. Oh, there's a pre-sale.
Yeah, that's why we don't see it anywhere. Okay, that makes sense now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I got to sign in and everything to get into the pre-sale. Okay. Well, we'll look at that another time offline. But yes, thank you for that, Ricky. That's something we can take a look at. But yeah, there it is. Anybody who wants to look into this pre-sale, that's what it looks like it is. I don't see any announcement as to what the
only
dates
thing
are.
that's going to be hard is, as you know, with pre-sales, is being able to, look more into the actual contract. Yeah, it's a Cardano smart contract, but now I'm going to have to dig deeper on things like, the devs and so on.
It might have already launched. Yeah, it might have, because it said right here it was in 5 days.
That was 11 hours ago.
Oh wait, that was 11.
Yeah.
I thought it was 11 days. Yeah, okay, 5. Okay,
Yeah.
so so it's a pre-sale. Okay, we'll look into that. You guys can thank you for that. So we've got a pre-sale to investigate.
And at this point, I mean, especially when it comes to pre-sales, as you know, with such a crypto winter that we're going through and so on, it's like, hold on a second.
Welcome back to the comments, Michael Cornwell. All bank money will go into XRP.
Right. I was just gonna say real quick. I mean, as you know, on pre-sales, especially with crypto winter going on, like we thought, we look at like we're getting a great deal, and then next thing you know, it's released, and then boom, it even crashes significantly lower than the pre-sale. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. This is the the screen name of the night. This is really a clever screen name. YouTube user, and I love your avatar. YouTube user. What a creative way to express yourself. He says, "What do you think about Compound? COMP. What are your thoughts about Compound, Max?" I go over here and look it up here again.
It's a good project. It's just, or product, I should say. It just costs too much.
Yep.
Simple as that. It just costs way too much.
High market cap. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be able to get the most for the least on my return. I want life-changing money, that type of thing. But however, if you're really the type of guy in which you already made your money, or you can buy loads of this, then it's not exactly too bad of a play. I mean, heck, they're even on. Last I checked, they're even on Robinhood.
Yeah.
It was what Solana recently got on Robinhood. Of course, the big ones were Shiba Inu. What was it? Compound was one of them. I think there was a few others, right? If I'm not mistaken, that they added at the same time as Shiba Inu. So there you go.
This was a pretty dramatic fall, 81% in the last 12 months, from $78.28 at a high to $5.07. So that's pretty dramatic. I know
That's
the whole market.
all the coins at that price level did that, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I know they kind of did that, but this one might be a little bit, maybe 10% deeper than that. I don't know. I would like to look and see.
I mean, you got internet computer up there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's different,
Oh
way
wait,
different
I had the
project.
wrong one. Sorry.
I know, but my point is,
Yeah.
same thing with internet computer. Internet computer used to be a
81.
really good, safe bet to go with, right? And they
Yeah.
tanked
Let me.
dramatically down within the
So
last
look.
12 months.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I'm just saying, like, you just kind of ask yourself, is there something more than just the market? Because XRP, right? It's down 45%. That's what I was saying. And then let's take a look at something. Let's look at Matic. So Matic down 53. I'm talking about the last 12 months. Zilliqa 40, Gala. How about that? Well, Gala's been up, and we won't use that. Crow, how about Crow's been
That's
up?
why I'm so excited about XRP, because I mean, if you think about all the bad things that have come their way in regards to the SEC and so on, and they're still in the top 10, you know, and still have the market cap that they basically have, not as great as it used to be. But I mean, doesn't that impress you as well?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was just I definitely like the XRP. I'm just saying I'm going back to this, thinking more about it. I want to look into compound and ask myself, why is it have such an extreme? I know the market's down, but
It used
81%.
to be top 50, if
It's
I'm not
high.
mistaken. Yeah, they used to be
Yeah, it's
top 50 at
106
one
now.
point. Yeah.
Maybe there's something bad happened. That's what I want to find out. Okay, Michael Cornwell. I've been screaming Flare. Yeah, he always talks about Flare. XRP, and Stellar Lumens, XLM. Yes. So I'm not really familiar with Flare. I have to look more into it, but XRP and XLM, Stellar Lumens, etc. Something's huge. It's coming.
Cool Cat Crypto usually mentions Flare as well, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to Cool Cat Crypto.
Yeah, I think he does. Michael Cornwell, you better get in before July 4th.
And that's what he always said. Get in before July 4th. Remember that?
Yep. Michael Cornwell, or are you going to be averaging in at $10? Wow, he really feel good about Flare, huh? Crypto Winter. Speaking of banks, Citibank, BlackRock, JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, and one more player went all in for Bitcoin. Look it up. It's valid. Well, I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, I still don't think they might be doing that. It's hard to, you know what? The problem is there's so much misinformation and false information in these articles because they're written by trained animals or whatever. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Like they're written by people that really don't know about crypto, not all the time, but sometimes. So sometimes, just like that Bitcoin article that came out the other day that said that, Binance bought 100,000 Bitcoin. That was debunked by CZ. I mean, so we can look it up. That's good. That's a good sign. But is it really true? And did they actually buy it now, or did they say, "Hey, we like Bitcoin. We're looking to get into it, or we're going to invest in it"? But does that mean that they've done it already? Maybe. I think JP Morgan Chase is getting ready to invest more into it. But I mean, I know BlackRock has, Citibank, Wells Fargo. I mean, I'm sure they have, but like, how recent is their position? Did they just jump into it now? Around like 19 or 17,000 or 18. I mean, right now it's at 24, but 20,400. But just be careful what you're reading out there, guys, because sometimes you're reading fake news or whatever you want to call it, garbage news. Michael Cornwell, Max, I sent you something on Twitter to look at on your downtime. Okay.
I definitely will. Yeah, I definitely will. Anything that you guys send me on Twitter, I definitely look into it. So thank you for that.
And that goes along with market manipulation because BlackRock is there was an article, they're trash it, they say they have worries about it, and the next day, a few days later, there's an article saying that they feel great about it, and it's just manipulation both ways. So we don't really know unless we see them actually buying it, their wallets and stuff. Tarun, he says, I'm happy about the crash too. We will get a fine level to enter, waiting for 12K. You see, that's how Max and I are looking at it. Yes, someone said the other day, "Oh, Larry, I'm not going to watch you anymore because you're all doom and gloom." Well, I'm just reporting the news. Like this is like, would you want me to tell you that we're going on a bull run and everything's so exciting and we're not in a recession and inflation is, not
Yeah,
a
I saw
factor?
that too. Well, not
Yeah.
towards you, but I saw one on I think it was like a Luna video I did or something like that. Just
Really?
yeah, talking about, and the guy was like, "I'm not gonna watch you guys anymore.
That was it.
You guys, yeah, nothing but negative news or something." I'm like, well,
Yeah.
first of all, do you realize it is Luna? So
Yeah.
there is going to be negative news in regards to that. But at the end of the day, guys, we will show positive news if it's out there. We're going to shoot negative. I mean, again, we're not the show / channel in which is all about rainbows, unicorns, and fairy dust, like I've always said.
Yeah. I mean, we're trying to do you a service. We have to report the news and we have to sift through the stuff that's garbage. Like some of the stuff is just wrong, and we have to try to protect you guys. Sometimes we get it wrong, but we're trying to do our best for our family here. Crypto winter. Elon Musk buys Twitter and is going to pump Doge to the moon, forcing SHIB token to come out with a game or a better deal with Amazon. eBay also got in the crypto game.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
pressure.
I'm rooting for both. The way I look at it is those two meme community projects, are like Coke and Pepsi. But at the end of the day, they are the superior colas. In this case, these are the superior, the meme coins of meme coins, and all the rest are just, not even in the same category. We are obviously hoping that would have been Saitama last year, but let's face it, that's a far stretch from the likes of SHIB and Dogecoin.
Yeah. So I'll tell you something about Doge. So just before we got the news about Elon Musk even considering buying Twitter, I felt like that Doge was dead. I felt like Dogecoin was actually dead in the water, but I was rejuvenated, revigorated, enhanced. I don't know what you want to say, excited again about Doge when I found out that Elon Musk had a good opportunity to buy Twitter. And then the rumors about them coming out with a blockchain, I was like, wow, that's big. So I think it's good. It'll push Shiba Inu to deliver. They're going to deliver, but maybe it'll make them, accelerate their release date of Shibarium or whatever they're looking to do next. So I think it's healthy competition. I do like both also. The Jin, I'm waiting for XRP to drop some more so I can get a great bag. Yes, it's a great time. It's a great, great time, guys. This could be generational wealth for some people because, as I always say, and Max agrees, it's not really, you got to be careful about FOMOing into things. It's really when you buy, like it's just basic stuff. I hate to say, buy low, sell high, but it's more than that. It's dollar cost averaging on reasonable prices on stuff that you believe in, and then waiting for that to appreciate over time. Just don't try to buy things. It's hard to tell. I think it's easier to tell when we're near the bottom than it is to tell when we're near the top, because there's so much FOMO that goes in when people are riding charts upwards. But I don't chase the green candles. I know Max doesn't either.
No.
Yeah, Michael Cornwell, Jin, before July 4th, or you won't hate yourself. Come on, it's just money. Okay, Legrand Commission. Did you know that Joaquin Phoenix, to prepare for his role as the Joker, tried crypto trading? Do you know about that, Max? No.
Okay, that's crazy. No, I did not know that. I know that there's going to be Joker 2, believe it or not, just real quick. There will be Joker 2, and the actress who's going to play the role of Harley Quinn is actually going to be Lady Gaga.
Oh,
That
really?
was kind of interesting. She's whether you're for her or not, she's actually a good actress. So there you go.
Interesting. And I'm just looking at Bitcoin over here. There's some green candles going on. This is the 15-minute chart. So there's a little bit of a trend going upwards in the last about an hour or so. 1, 2, that's 30, hour and a half or so. It's starting to move a bit upwards. So it's trending. Isaac Brummingham. Isaac, aloha. He loves to say aloha. Aloha, gentlemen. Sold a few NFTs to buy some more bone. He's bad to the bone with bone. Yes, we like bone, right, Max? The bone is going to be the one. That's the Ethereum, so to speak, of Shibarium.
It's on the top 5 for my short list. I need to get some. I have not accumulated a bag of bone yet. I got to do it, but it's just there's so many buying opportunities. Even just glimpsing at the top of this list above this chart. I mean, I'm looking at Vet. That's been one I've been looking at closely. Vet, Bone, XRP. I mean, heck, that's only 3 out of 5. I mean, shoot, there's some others. Gala, where you want to call it, Phantom with an F. I mean, I could go on and on, but I mean, it's just basically narrowing down my short list and committing to those. Heck, even Hex, right? Like a lot of times I'm looking at Hex, it's at 3 cents, 4 cents.
Yep.
Like I'm trying to get more greedy with that, but in reality, I might not be able to be even any more greedier.
Yeah. Those are all good plays. Ricky, right now it's like 3 zeros, 2 3. Tim Shea, bad time to launch. Yeah, it could be for some projects. The Jin, Mike 1 through 4. I heard, brother, I need to get on it, but I've been watching how this fake pumping is all crypto is doing. I don't want to buy it on the high. I've been watching it all and all the gossip on the internet. Yeah. Crypto Winter, don't say the name Cardano too loud. A lot of people hate that name. Laugh out loud. Ada sounds better, allegedly. Okay. Ricky says on an ad, getting rich off metaverse crypto fire pin. So I guess it'll be on metaverse. It was an ad for
There's
it.
a lot of
Okay.
projects going to be on the metaverse. It's just finding the ones in which people will stick on those particular platforms, and which it literally is a fight among different crypto projects to see the one that is going to stand out, and that will be a whole other thing in itself. I mean, there's also the negative side of it. Like right now, I'm looking at this one Solana metaverse project called SLC, believe it or not. And they have, this really cool thing going on in the metaverse where they literally show you what your plot of land would look like because they have like base models. The only thing is, it's tanked in value from like $3 a coin all the way down to like 5 or 6 cents, and a lot of people lost faith in the developers and whatnot. But now the developers are communicating a lot about what the project is going to look like or what the metaverse is going to look like and so on. And it kind of makes you think, well, wow, man, if it's at this dirt cheap, is it worth getting into? But if you have the lost faith from the potential investors or current investors, it's just it's a gamble. So that's the way I like it right now.
I'll read this comment here from Crypto Winter. Forwarded from Anna, BlackRock, and Citadel. Borrowed 100,000 Bitcoin from Gemini. It appears in their loan book they swapped 25,000 of Bitcoin to UST. This was all done quietly in anticipation of the attack. Yeah. Cassius Space. Yesterday, Max seemed like he's holding on Luna Classic or Larry. Are you? Yeah. I'm so far down. I put like almost $1,100 into it. I don't even look at that particular wallet because it's all my really, really risky stuff. And that's just a lottery ticket. So I'm probably at $70, $80, $100, whatever it's left. So it doesn't make sense for me to sell it. It's like if I sell it now, I'm going to lose more than $1,000. So I'm definitely hanging on. I'm just waiting to accumulate more. And then I will be bullish on Luna Classic. Right now, I'm kind of hoping it just crashes to the ground, to be upfront, because here's Luna Classic again. Because
Right, at least 6 zeros, right?
Yeah.
6 zeros or more. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. It's only got 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would be great if it had 5. If it had 6 zeros, then it's like, wow, maybe a big opportunity of a lifetime.
Right, accumulate a billion. Yeah, accumulate a billion and then shoot for a half a penny or more. Because you know what? Like I always say, at the end of the day, the dust is going to settle. And what's going to happen is then what if all of a sudden these proposals are finally executed? Like just out of nowhere, you hear, wow, Luna Classic, the price has shot up. People weren't expecting this. Really? People weren't expecting it? They literally told you what the proposals were. It's just timing the execution upon some of these proposals. Is it going to be time when there's bullish momentum back in the market, or is it going to be happening while it's in the bearish times that we're in? I think it might be a combination of both, but you don't want to just, I don't know. I'm not telling you what to do with your money and so on, but if you saw the vision of this to begin with, as in it's a lottery ticket, if you will, why would you want to all of a sudden sell your lotto tickets for nothing? That's just the way I look at it.
Yeah, it's just like I wouldn't sell it. It's like pennies on the dollar right now. So no, I'm just hanging on to it. It doesn't make sense at all for me to sell it. It's just too far gone. I have to wait. John Erickson is just teasing me. I can tell because John's a very smart guy. He says XRP to $10 by July 4th. Yeah, we would all wish, but it's not by July 4th. Maybe July 4th, 2 years from now. Crypto Winter, when the time was right, they called up Dogecoin at Terra Foundation and said they wanted to sell a lot of Bitcoin for UST as it was a large trade. They told him they didn't want to move the market. Okay. Tim Shea, Max, I only have 2 NFTs. If someone sends me a Chronos NFT, it should show up on my Chronos scan, right?
You're talking about yeah, I know you're talking about. You're talking about in the app where it has the NFT section. Technically speaking, yeah, you should show up in that. Don't quote me on that, but that would make sense. Believe it or not, I don't own any NFTs. It's just something I haven't got into yet. Because the way I look at it is, I want to go with the platforms where the minting is, let's face it, super cheap. I'm gonna pull a Mr. Roper, if you will, from Three's Company when it comes to being on the cheap on some of these minting. Um, but yeah, I am going to get into NFTs and so on. I still think there's a strong market, obviously, for NFTs, especially with the metaverse and so on. It just seems like a no-brainer. But yeah, you should see it on Chronoscan. If you don't, maybe contact the CRO team, crypto.com team, see what's going on with that. It should show up on there for you.
I have an answer for this one, Mr. Max P. When do you think XRP will hit $10? I think it'll hit $10 in July of 2024. I think by then it'll hit $10. It has to. I think by then the market cap overall of crypto will be about 5 trillion. So by that point there, John Erickson says, not anytime soon, laugh out loud. Crypto winter, I called the 75 basis points hike in July. Powell said it's official. Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to do a little bit of fact check on that because I don't see any information. I'll see if I can pull up what I had here. I think what happened is it went away because I went over the top of it. But wait a minute, I do have it. Okay, so if you can see here, guys, in anticipation of a question like this, I actually have the dates of the Federal Reserve meetings. And right here, of course, this was the one back in June. The next one is scheduled for July 26th to 27th. And then, of course, there's one September 20th, 21st, November 1st and 2nd. And the last one of the year is the 13th and 14th of December. So unless they come out with some hard facts that I can go in there and read it after it's happened, and I know exactly what they raised it at, from now this is all conjecture or speculation or whatever you want to call it. If you're telling me they're going to raise it, they're not going to do that. They don't telegraph it ahead of time. I'm sorry. They just don't. That's not how the market works.
It's funny from a distance. It almost looks like it says 2022 FOMO meetings, and you got to look at it. You're like, no, that's a C.
Yeah, it does look like almost like FOMO. That's funny.
FOMO meetings might as well be, right?
Yeah, Legrand Commission is a joke, Larry. Okay. Welcome back to Courteous Crypto. What's up, my guys? Do you see Bitcoin dropping to 12K? Absolutely, yes. I do.
I do.
You do too?
With you, yeah.
Okay.
With Larry on that one still.
Okay, and guess what? It was a signal. He actually said to say something. He said something about Bitcoin. So, well, here's Bitcoin's price history. We don't want to look at that. Here's the price of gold. And here is Bitcoin. See that? I'm teasing you guys. There it is. Okay, so Tim Shea, you have enough XRP, Gala, Bone, and Crow. Oh, you can't have enough. Yeah, I agree. I like all of those. Actually, every single one you put up there.
Absolutely agree with that one.
John Erickson, I have Solace on my list. Don't own any right now.
Yeah, Sean. I'm glad he brought that up because I mentioned it earlier. Just I called it SLC. Same thing. Mm-hmm. I actually did a video on Maximus Crypto channel earlier on in the year. I think roughly in February, maybe January. And I thought it was a good metaverse platform. And of course, the whole thing, negative press about, the devs, they're not active. And then there was that period where they weren't. And now all of a sudden it's just like, boom, a bunch of activity. I currently look at SLC, aka Solace, as not much of an investment. I still look at it as a gamble. Not in the regard of like a gamble like Luna Classic, but I look at it as a gamble as in, a gamble in the metaverse. You're trying to get something for super cheap, pennies on the dollar. Definitely, it's SLC. Look into it if you feel as though that this could be one. You got one side of your portfolio is for actual investments, and you got maybe a little portion for actual gamble plays. Got to look at SLC as being one of those that's one of your gamble plays, because it's just so darn cheap. But that risk to reward could be amazing for you. In that regard, again, it's called Solace, aka SLC. It runs on the Solana blockchain. They do show what the plots of land and all these different things look like compared to the likes of a Shibers that doesn't currently show you that.
Okay, thank you for that, Max. On the Solana blockchain Solace, the Jin, I got my eyes on Hex and XRP, and they are on my radar as the best ones to invest besides the list I have for the next bull run. Thank you. Crypto Winter. As it was a large trade, they told him they didn't want to move the market and asked if he would like to buy a large block. Yeah, I heard that a long time ago. Bitcoin at a discount, USD, do Quantic debate. Yeah, that's allegedly what happened. I mean, we don't know for sure. But yes, I've heard that story. It's been rehashed a lot. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I hate to say this. I don't get too excited about what happened in the past because it doesn't really, in that case, it doesn't really help me make any type of prediction for the future, because that we're just talking about the reason why Luna Classic collapsed. That's more for like the lawyers or whatever to sort out. You know, to me, it's like, it doesn't really affect me, but you know, I'm just looking to try to figure out how I can make money now and in the future. But to me, I don't know. I feel like the story was just beat to death. Like, we don't really care anymore. I'm sorry, but Courteous Crypto, you guys are becoming my go-to live stream for crypto. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much.
Thank
You're
you,
so
Courteous
courteous.
Crypto. Yeah, thanks for the $5 super chat. We appreciate it. We hope more and more people will choose us to be their go-to platform for crypto. So thank you so much. Like your avatar, by the way, it stands out.
Looks like a crypto punk. It could be. I'm not sure. Also, just so you know, he did mention it's $5, so you owe us another penny because of inflation. So thank you for that. Coming back up because I did.
Well, if that was the case, then it would be like what, $5.08 or something like that.
Yeah, more. Yeah, it's like, give us a lot more. Okay. Let's see. Okay, the Jin. I will buy more SHIB. I have a feeling that this is the year for that token to do the run and be very bullish. My opinion only. Yes, I think this is Shiba Inu's golden opportunity. I actually don't think it's going to happen until February 2023 for any type of bull run, but I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. So that's just my opinion. But yes, SHIB has a golden opportunity. They're just frustrating me because they don't come out with stuff fast enough for me. But that's just me. Cassius Space. Larry did not notice my new chicken avatar. He got.
You know what? I didn't notice either. From a distance, Cassius, here's the thing, right? It looks like you're holding something, and I was thinking like it was like a marker, like a red marker or something you were pointing up. But now that you think about it, like if you look closely at it, it's like, no, it's another chicken. So that's cool, man. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I told you he likes those. He has chickens as pets, so that's pretty cool. Maybe he likes eggs in the morning. John Erickson, I disagree. I think more profits can be made outside of XRP. We will see what happens. I would get Crow over XRP. Wow.
Yeah, if you have to pick one over the other, I mean, at this point, XRP is still not the one that's proved itself to be, it's proved itself being a risky crypto asset compared to CRO, which is like, many of us's retirement plan, if you will. So I can agree with that. But I just, again, the risk to reward ratio is so appealing when it comes to XRP.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking, so I have 0 XRP and I have a good amount of Crow, and I'm just like, well, I have to diversify and get some XRP, but I like them both. But I was like, yeah, Crow was all the way down to 8 cents, but would be great to get it at like 5 cents, but we'll see. But yeah, in the last year here, I'm sorry, no, I'm looking at the wrong numbers here. I'm looking at 84 cents. Crow, I'm sorry, I misspoke, is actually 11 cents, but the last year here, it was only down to 9 cents as a low. Wouldn't it be great, Max, if Crow got down to 5 cents? I mean, it's right now at 11. That might be asking for a lot, but in an extreme crash, it hit to 5 cents would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. And then just, load up big time. I mean, for me, it was, I got it at 17 cents. So, I mean, if I could see it down to 5, I mean, geez, I would probably get the same amount I got last time, like roughly in that area. So I got like, $1,700 worth. I'll just look at it this way. If it went down to 5 cents, I could get literally 3 times my original position, roughly. And then, stake it like I have been staking it. I've been staking it with a network called Chromium, which is, of course, built into the crypto.com DeFi app. And I'll just keep doing that month after month. Why not? And just wait a few years. CRO is one of those things I'm literally waiting like anywhere from, I want to say 3 to 5 years. And then in between that time frame, I think it's absolutely going to be amazing. Not just for market cap, but for the value of the actual coin itself.
Yeah, I really like Crow. As you know, you already know me well enough to know I like it. It just, I'm looking over the last week. It just dropped slightly below 10 cents, but I'm like, man, I would just love to see it at 5, but that might be just, it would have to be an extreme crash. So we'll see. Let's see. Let's see if I can pronounce your name. Welcome to somebody new. Latu Fa Magalo Maui. It's not going to crash. I'm not sure if he's talking about the overall market, but you're entitled to your opinion, and we do welcome your opinion. Please consider maybe changing your avatar to something that speaks of you as a person so that we can recognize you and understand you more. Tim Shea says, okay, I thought you might know. Thanks anyway. Again, Mr. L Maui, pushing crypto to go up. You want it to go up. Okay. Maybe he already bought in at the lowest point. He thinks crypto winter made good money with Medi today. Okay, cool.
Oh, Medi token, yeah.
Medi token. Oh, really? Medi. Oh, but wouldn't that be MEDI or METI? I think he has it spelled wrong. Or is he talking about the one that was the medical one we had, the guy, the developer on here? Brandon?
No, I don't think it's that one. I think
Oh,
it literally is METI.
okay. All right. My apologies.
It's
I don't
okay.
recognize that one. All right. B. Hey, B. Good evening, fellas.
Hey, it's the B. The B comes all back to give us the buzz.
Did any dude? I'm sorry. I'm not going to watch anybody from the Fed talk unless I'm having trouble sleeping at night, which I do. Maybe I should try that as a sleeping aid.
Oh,
He says crypto winter. Did anybody sit and watch Jerome Powell? No, I don't need to watch him. Please, if I don't need to keep an hour stream going where I'm watching a video of Jerome Powell talk. It's like watching, I don't even know what it's like watching. I don't need to watch it. I just read the facts afterwards. I can see, okay, you raised the basis. Okay, 75 basis points was what he raised interest rates. That period, done. It's over with. I don't need to hear anything. Like that's literally what people, any type of big type investor, institutional investor, they'll just watch maybe where he says, okay, we're raising it 75 basis points. Okay, let's just turn it off. Like, you know what? That's all they care about is the numbers. I mean, Max, you sit there and watch Jerome Powell for an hour?
I don't watch it for an hour. You know, people do ask me, like, family members, friends, and so on, like, where do you get your news from and whatnot. I actually get it from all sorts of different sources and so on, but I don't do the old school traditional approach from like the 80s and 90s of watching a news segment for half an hour to an hour. It's just I don't have time for that. I mean, I literally take little snippets, read certain articles, make my own conclusions and so on in that regard. I'll even read news about certain, whether it's famous people or politics or anything, from the other perspective, just to kind of get an idea of like how people view things and so on. I think it's good. You don't want to just, I'm not gonna tell people what to do, but what I'm saying is, you always want to get a different perspective of how people look at things, and also, like Jerome Powell, for instance. I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and watch it for an hour and whatnot, but I'll definitely read about like some key highlights to see if there's anything that I particularly missed. So yeah, I just basically take a lot of snippets from different articles and whatnot. I make my own informative conclusion on how I think about these certain things, like crypto regulation and whatnot.
Yeah. So, see, you mentioned Jerome Powell had this ready to go. It's just boring to me because I just have to look at the facts. But Fed Chair Powell says soft landing will be challenging. Calls for crypto regulation. Surprise, surprise. We already knew he was going in this direction. But he's, this is saber rattling right here. This threatening stuff. This stuff right here. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell told Congress that the U.S. central bank must go ahead and keep raising interest rates to get inflation down, even if that means that the economy faces higher unemployment and potential recession. We're already in a recession, but he can't tell you that because he doesn't want everybody to freak out and have mass chaos on the streets. But we already are in a recession. So I'm telling you, you've heard it here first. If anybody tells you they're not in a recession, ask them to go to the local grocery store and look at the shelves, and then also look at the prices when you check out, and then fill up your car, your truck, whatever you drive, your motorcycle. The Jin, Larry, can you please put up the yearly chart on Bitcoin? Thank you. Yeah, we can. Let us look at the yearly chart. So let's try it this way. Let's try a 4-hour, or maybe we'll do, hold on one second. Want to do I'm not that familiar with KuCoin. Let's try a daily chart and let's try to get back here. Let's see here. They don't have a button on here, Max, where I could just push yearly, but you know what? Let's just cheat. Let me just cheat. I'll
Let me
push a
see.
button. I'll go faster like this. I'll do it on CoinMarketCap.
You should. You might have to go to a filter. Yeah, it might be a little harder.
This will be like faster for quicker information that you guys want or whoever's asking me.
There you go.
Okay, boom. Year to date. There's year to date. Here's 1 year. Boom. Thank you, CoinMarketCap. Yeah, so this is where we were back last June around this time, Max. We were right over here, right around 31,000, somewhere around there, right? And then of course we're way over here, 20,000. So hey, here's your yearly chart right here, if you guys are wondering. But thank you for asking. Every time someone says Bitcoin, I promise you we'll try to remember to put up the Bitcoin chart. Boy, I'm way behind the comments. That's a good thing. Ricky, we have 2 years of buying at all-time lows, so no rush until 20. Oh, okay. Ricky's calling for the bull run to be in 2024. Okay. Let's see. The Jin at Curtis Crypto. I like your avatar. Looks like the alien from 80s Atari.
Let me see that. Hold on. Is that the guy who yeah, dropped us a super chat? Yeah, it looks like it's from CryptoPunks NFT though. Yeah. If I had to put money on it, I would say that's what it is. This is a cool avatar though.
And thank you so much. Everyone that's just joining us, you're watching the Max and Larry show every night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're grateful that you're here with us. Ricky, some good news. Biden is cutting tax on gas. Where I can go with 18 cents off. Yeah,
it's better than nothing.
I laughed at that one.
Yeah, you know what you gotta do what I do. So like, you know, I don't know if your local area has it set up this way, but like my local grocery store has this thing where you get like the gas rewards and whatnot. So for every $100 you spend, you know, you get 10 cents off a gallon and whatnot. So my buddy came in from my hometown, Portland, Oregon, and he had to fill up on a big diesel, you know, commercial truck to drive from San Antonio, Texas to Portland. And when he filled up at the time, he spent like something like $175 filling the thing up. But I had him use my card because he normally doesn't have, you know, a gas reward or whatnot. So we end up getting like, I don't know, over like $300 worth of gas rewards and so on. So basically it took like 30 cents off. So it's not done yet. If this comes into place, I'll get like, you know, 30 cents off plus another 18 cents off. I mean, heck, that's 48 cents off. I mean, and that brings it down to a big whopping, what, $5.10 a gallon. I know. It's still
Thank
horrible.
you. Shout out to AAA for their gas prices since Ricky mentioned it. And thank you so much to the president for giving us some relief in the terms of 18 cents off. Because if you're, we feel sorry for you guys living in California. I try to pick something that's very high. I don't know if there's a way to sort this, but California, I know, is always traditionally high. So right here, regular gallon of gas costs you $6.37. Mid-grade, premium, and diesel is almost $7. So 18 cents, you know, I mean, I don't know. Like, let's see what, if you're from New York, let's see what's it, North Carolina. Let's see, New York would be high. Oh, you know, New York is not so high compared to California. $5 almost. 5.30. All right, so $6 for diesel. I remember the time when diesel was a lot less than gas, but that's a long time ago. But yeah, so I don't see much relief in this, Max. I think it's just kind of like, you know, I think it's just like a dog and pony show. I hate to say it, but that's just the way I feel. So John Erickson, for XRP with its supply to hit $10, it would need a market cap around $500 billion. It is around 16 billion now. That's why I said a couple years out, maybe if you know, the overall crypto market just goes nuts. But right
there
now,
you go. That's the whole key to it. Don't focus so much that XRP itself would need that type of market cap. I get it. You know, a lot of people are going to say it itself has to be that. What should be said is the overall crypto market cap needs to be significantly higher. We need to get back to where the overall crypto market cap is like 3 trillion plus, like we saw at the end of the year. Those are the factors that need to be mentioned here, not so much of, you know, XRP individually, because once the overall crypto market cap is back up to those great levels, and XRP has a significant market cap, then those two things will come together and things will start making more sense as far as the value of XRP moving forward.
Yeah, I could see, like if XRP is going to get to $10, I mean, I'm thinking maybe a $5 or $6 trillion market cap overall for the crypto market, but that's just me thinking that way. I mean, right now you can see XRP is great. It's number 8 in terms of market cap. So, and don't forget, there's a couple stable coins, unstable stable coins ahead of it. Crypto Winter got to say having the chart on the screen at all time is good. Look, yeah, thank you. Okay, you want the chart? There you go. Here's the Bitcoin chart. I just love looking at the 15-minute for some reason. We know what we can, if you want to be exciting like Max, we can look at the 1 minute. You can see exactly what's going on. Here's Bitcoin at 1 minute right here going on. You guys like that? You let me know how you want to look at it, and we'll do it. Okay, Crypto
A lot
Winter.
of sells, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's weird because when we were back at the 15, it looks like it was starting to move. So maybe the sells are just coming in now on the 1 minute. But yeah, if you're looking at the order book there too. Let's see here. John, wait, I'm sorry, Crypto Winter. I bought in John Erickson. I just think it's more profit to be made on Crow. Oh, he's saying more profit on Crow than XRP. That's a tough one. I don't know. I'm kind of
Well,
divided. XRP.
currently speaking, I mean, yeah, if you're just basing it on one that has proven itself for the time being, right? Compared to the other one, which is, a speculative, extremely risky asset that has been stuck with this whole SEC thing. I would agree
Yeah.
with that. If you have to pick one or the other, but I'm not going to pick one or the other. I'm going to have both.
I just have this feeling. So the thoughts in my mind are is that, XRP is not going to they're not going to take the settlement. They're going to win their lawsuit, and they're going to win it in January. And because of that, that's going to be a huge catalyst. I think 2 catalysts I can think of right now. Shiba Inu coming out with Shibarium. Maybe it doesn't come out. Maybe it comes out in December or something, or maybe it comes out a little later than people are thinking, not the summer. And then XRP winning its lawsuit. And then that kind of sets up that bull run good feeling, because it's like, okay, XRP wins its lawsuit. That's a win overall for the crypto market. And then Shibarium is the feel-good story for Shiba Inu. So those 2 big things, maybe that's what touches off the bull run. That's just a gut feeling I have about the whole situation. But I could be wrong. It's speculation.
No, I don't think you're too far off on that.
Crypto Winter, I bought into Bitcoin at 1900. Wow. That's great for you. And we'll try to dollar cost average the wave down. Cool. Great job on that one.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Good for you. Hopefully you end up getting more than a few. And you know what? Let's just pause there for a moment, Larry. Something I want to point out, the whole talk of, for instance, like Bitcoin going down to 10 grand, don't have the attitude for whatever reason, put your blinders on in which, you're thinking like, man, I want to get Bitcoin, but man, I mean, 10,000 is still a lot for me. Don't look at it from that perspective. The perspective you should be looking at it is, can I own a big piece of that overall pie? And if the pie is $10,000 for one Bitcoin, why can't you get maybe a half a Bitcoin? Why can't you get at least a quarter of a Bitcoin? It's still going to have significant value. You're still going to see gains. So look at it from just a different perspective. A lot of times people look at some of these coin prices and they say that they have to own the entire value of one full coin. You don't necessarily have to. Of course, a lot of us own is, what Larry refers to as crypto dust, or as I would say, like slivers of an actual coin and so on. And that's common. But again, it's just something in which we all need to consider. Like even myself, like I can't look at like if Bitcoin dropped down to 10 grand, that I can't at least own maybe half of one or a quarter of one, and so on. But anyway, that's just something I want to point out. Maybe you guys are already aware of that and so on. But I just feel as though for the new investor, the guy that's just brand new to it all, and he's thinking, man, I want to kind of get into some of this, but 10 grand for one of these just seems expensive. You can't look at it from that perspective. Try to get yourself at least a quarter of it and so on, depending of course on the prices and whatnot.
That's a good way to that's a good outlook to have and a good mindset. Max, thanks for that. So that's great news for Crypto Winter. He got a good price. Lot to Mr. Maui, you're welcome. You welcome. Thank you. Mr. Max P. For XRP, the supply won't really matter when it comes to full utility. John Erickson, you cut that market cap in half for Crow to it. It will matter. Courteous Crypto, he's such a courteous crypto guy. He says, I have a feeling Kronos and VeChain will have a huge year in 2023. I think you're right on the money there.
I think you're right on the money too. I couldn't agree more with that statement. You know, a lot of great things going to happen in 2023. I still think that it's possible in 2022, but probably won't be until the end of the year. But yeah, 2023 overall should be the standout year in that regard. You know, VeChain, I consistently talk about it quite a bit. I'm still getting really greedy on it. I'm thinking if the market tanks more, I might be able to get lucky and get it for a penny. Maybe under, I don't know, but I want to get it for at least a penny. And if I do, I'm gonna load up like my number is like basically 30,000 or more, because that way if I throw in a $300 investment, I could get 30,000 of the coins, and you know I could live with that. That's not gonna make or break my bills or the bank or anything like that. But being able to have 30,000 of them, that's not too shabby, considering that this used to be way up compared to where it's at right now.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of it's going to have to do with the Chinese government. You know, the Chinese government always says, "Oh, we hate crypto. It's bad. You know, we're banning it." But you know, if the Chinese government were to be quiet, because there's always like a cycle of them saying that, if they're quiet and they don't say much, or if there's some crazy way they come out in favor of crypto, which I don't think they're going to do, but they might just be quiet and stay in the background, then that will help VeChain, being that it's based, right? It's Chinese technology, so I think that sometimes that holds it back. But yeah, I'm bullish on VeChain as well. I'm right with you. I'd love to get some at a penny. Love to get some more at a penny.
Well, there's more to it than just that. It's
Mhm.
also like it's, you know, last I checked, it's Hong Kong based. You also got to
Okay.
keep in mind Hong Kong politics are a lot different from what mainland politics are, even though they're technically part of the mainland since
Right.
1998. So there's that whole thing beyond that. And of course, you know, there's a thin red line between what they're allowed to do and what they are allowed to do. So yes, you're right. If the Chinese government can basically kind of, you know, recognize it like, well, okay, we'll take a step back, we're not going to say much, I think they'll be fine, because at the end of the day, this benefits both economies. It benefits the US economy, it benefits the Chinese economy, in the regard that it's disrupting a $400 billion problem, which is the two black markets. The one in which one black market sells fake goods, right? You know, fake polo, fake Rolex, fake Nikes, Jordans, and so on. And if they're going to create an actual utility that's going to scan like a barcode and show you exactly where this came from, that's going to disrupt that market. And of course, the other one where they actually, of course, still the real stolen goods, it's the real thing, and so on. But yeah, nonetheless, I mean, it's definitely going to disrupt that market, to say the least.
Great. Yeah, I think you make very, you know, I appreciate you, Max. You definitely have a lot of insight in VeChain on VET. I look at VET kind of like XRP and XLM. I just look at that with the technology, and just to a certain degree, I'm not quite bullish on it as much, but I might actually take it out of my watch list. I don't even know. The same like with AMP. I always kind of view like
Don't
AMP and
take
VET.
VET out of
Yeah.
your watch list.
No, AMP.
No, I know, I get it. You know, you were just mentioning that, you know, AMP and VET. All I'm saying is when
No,
it
I'm
comes
saying
to
like I might take
oh,
AMP out of my watch list, not
oh,
VET.
okay, that's what you're
Yeah,
saying.
no, AMP take
You
out.
know,
What do you
I
think?
always talk about, for instance, Investor Place and so on. I'm
Yeah.
subscribed to them. I have an annual membership. The one that stands out so much, other than HNT, aka Helium, VET is one that always stands out to them. They are extremely bullish on VET, and they literally will do like um, news segments, or what do you want to call it, like 1 hour episodes devoted to how passionate they are about that and so on. It's crazy to see. If you guys happen to be Investor Place, so subscribers like myself, take a look at some of the videos that Charlie Schramm put out, and Luke Mango, in regards to VET. Very well done on their short-term and long-term outlook on it. I'm very bullish on it. I still feel as though that I should wait a little bit longer for it to go down to a penny or less. And when I do, I'm going to grab a significant amount of it. Not financial advice. That's just what I'm personally going to do.
Let me tell. So this is interesting. So I was thinking about taking out AMP, but look at this. It's getting crushed. I mean, just comparing the last 12 months, it's down 82.6% compared to some of these other ones. So let's look at AMP versus XRP, right? AMP down that much, okay, 0.009, so less than a penny now. And then XRP down 45%. So AMP is just taking a huge hit. So maybe it's just it's like a beaten down dog you just want to rescue. And also, let's talk again.
But AMP did well on the last bull runs from the last cycle of 2021. Yeah. They did stand out quite a few times. I imagine 3 or 4 times. Yeah, their price value didn't go any higher than I think it was. I think their all-time highs, what was it, like 7 or 8 cents, if I'm not mistaken, maybe higher than that, maybe 10. Nothing too huge.
It's 7 cents, yeah.
Okay. I knew it was something around 8.
Yeah.
What I was going to state is, for those who are getting it at this price, like that shows up as something in which, man, maybe I should get a bag of this, because if I can get it for these prices, well under a penny,
yep.
And then they have new all-time highs, or heck, even half of the all-time high, that's still, I mean, ain't going to make me rich, but it's going to be something which is like, oh man, I just made like 10 grand on that, depending on my position, of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of like comparing this to the rest of the ones on my watch list. It's really taking a beating. And that's good. You know, it's like there's opportunity there. And now we haven't talked about this in a while. Let's talk about UST. Are you still having a plan to get in on some more of this at some point?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for it. I got a little bit more greedier when it came to that, but I'm kind of also on the fence of like, man, I don't know. You know, if I do get into it, like I mentioned before, it's not for investment. It's basically just, you know, for like a gamble coin, if
a lottery ticket,
a lottery ticket, because I still see these type of things randomly having a pump. But the thing is, I got to look at it, you know, like how significant is that pump going to be? Because I mean, the last few times where it was real significant, yeah, it went up to like, you know, I think it was like 20 or 30 cents and so on. But if it's tanking so far down to where it's at, even if it does have a significant pump, will it even be worth it? So I'm kind of on the fence on this, but I'm still leaning towards picking up a position. I get it. I'm in the minority on that, but that's just the way I look at it.
Yeah, I might still, because, you know, I don't know. There's so many great bargains in the top 100. Maybe I should just be a little more conservative, but it is tempting to throw like $50 more into it or something.
But it has no value.
It doesn't have value. No, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, I should say value. I mean, it doesn't have any real utility anymore. It's not
right. No utility. Yes.
The value obviously is it's worth fractions of a penny.
Coochie Boy, what is up, Mr. Larry and Sir Maximus? Liking that Matic bubble. Yes, we talked about Matic at the beginning. John Erickson, I have been hearing this about XRP for years. Yeah, there's always so much potential. It's amazing. What's amazing about XRP, it's quite the story. You know, they were just on such a good path. They were on a war path, and then the government caught up to them, and, you know, the lawsuit and everything, and that's what's hurt their price for sure, along with the overall market. But, you know, XRP is highly regarded. You know, the technology is there, the utility is there. So let's see what happens when the lawsuit's over and in the rearview mirror. John Erickson, how would it not matter? I'm not sure what the was reference to. John Erickson, unless you were saying they will burn in the future. I'm not sure what he's getting at there, Max. But Mr. Maui, you know, Bitcoin is broke. You need to know that the system will leveling out. I'm not sure what he's getting at there. Maybe he's listening to that old guy. What's his name? Peter Schiff or whatever. What's his name there? The guy that loves gold. He loves gold, like Dr. Evil. I don't know. Coochie Boy, FTX came to their senses and listed Matic. They haven't had Matic on there?
Well, they needed to come to their senses. I mean,
are you sure?
Things weren't looking too good for FTX.
The FTX, you would have thought would have already had them for a long time. No? I guess not. All right. I don't use FTX a lot, Mr. Maui. That's why you see the going up and down market. Okay. Crypto. We lost everybody here. Sorry, we're behind, guys. But this is great, guys. Keep commenting. This is fun. We got a long time here to go through all these great comments and read some cool stuff. Okay.
Hold on just for a second. To those who are just connecting, welcome to Crypto Talk Now, the live show, the Max and Larry show. Currently, we have 132 people watching. We only need 3 more likes to hit 100. So Thank you for joining us. We're, of course, talking about everything crypto related. looking at the crypto bubbles because it stands out. And we're talking, of course, about some of these altcoins, the price action, and where we see them going in the future. Some of the recent things we're talking about right now are XRP, AMP, Chronos, even Bitcoin. So thank you for joining us tonight. And I'll kick it back to my co-host, Larry.
He said the word Bitcoin, so I threw up Bitcoin. He said the magic word, so I put the Bitcoin chart back up. And if you guys say anything about Bitcoin in there and we don't have the Bitcoin chart up, it goes right back up. Okay, Crypto Winter. Me, I'm old school. I will sit there and hear it from the horse's mouth. The reason they let it slip, it was so the economy doesn't go into shock like California when it got hit with the 3.4% interest rate hike. Well, there was never a hike that big. You're talking about the Fed raising rates 3 because the highest it's been since 1994 was just a few days ago, which was 75 basis points. So I'm not sure which you're referring to. He's saying 0.75%. Okay, I got you. Tim Shea, you must have fixed the computer. The audio is running smooth again. Yeah, well, we did we had a problem earlier. We did a little trick. We went back to the Fox browser. What is it called here? Firefox browser. Yeah, but the problem is we've lost all of my favorites, so it's going to take me like a couple hours to get them back in. But that's what happened. So the problem is that StreamYard runs off of Chrome, so we can't have Chrome open. It just really slows our server down.
Hold on a second for a second. So what he's referring to, guys, and I see it myself, is it's called drifting. It's sound drifting. So basically, it will eventually compensate for itself, and then you'll see where he's in sync. But yeah, I'll try to get with Larry and Johan later to address some of it on how we can fix it in that regard.
All right, and thanks for that. And Courteous Crypto, such a courteous gentleman. He says, my avatar is a radioactive punk. Laugh out loud. Appreciate the love. Hopefully you own that radioactive crypto punk. That would be cool. Crypto Winter. Ricky is right about the bull run in 2024. I don't see us bouncing back for another 12 to 18 months. Right now, there's a war between the gas cartel and I never heard gas cartel. Okay. And the new up and coming players in electric cars. Yeah. Well, they got the gas companies have big time lobbyists, big lobbyist money. It's going to be a big war, Okay. So there's Elon Musk and.
Oh, I'm glad you brought up the war because at the end of the day, Russia is the second largest, gas station in the world. I mean, when the start of the Russia-Ukraine war happened, it's just like, oh, great, we're going to see gas prices significantly impacted. Putting politics aside, that's just the fact of the matter. But yeah, some of the statements he's stating, was it the new and upcoming players in electric cars? Yeah, that all plays factors and so on. There's going to be more of a demand for that. I know I kind of cut you off right there, and I do apologize in that regard. I was going to state this. Have you guys heard about this whole talk about this new technology? Basically, is referred to as the forever battery, if you will. If you haven't, take a look into that. That's going to definitely change the entire electric car industry. Instead of them only being able to go, like, say, a maximum of 300 miles on a single charge, they're supposed to be able to go up well over 1,000. Crazy. Anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
Look it up. Let me see. So it's okay. Here it is, right here. This was back last November. Is this what you're talking about, Max? The forever battery that promises to change the EV, the electric vehicle industry.
Yeah, I know I try not to get involved in talking with stocks or anything like that. I don't want to get too sidetracked, but it's been something that's been on my radar because, I tried when it comes to stocks, I do try to narrow it way down. Again, I don't get twisted. This is not me recommending you guys go out there and spend a bunch of money on stuff like this, but I just, he mentioned the whole thing about, up and coming players in electric cars. I really truly believe that, maybe within the next year or two, maybe as early as 2023, I don't know, but you're going to hear about this particular electric car, this particular one from this particular manufacturer, and so on and so forth. The big jump is definitely going to be where you can charge these darn cars and they'll go more than 300 miles off a single charge, because at the end of the day, the negative aspect of it is having to wait. Some people have to do 12 hours You have to keep the car into like
Yeah.
your own garage, and that's just not appealing. But
Right.
what is appealing is the idea that this, forever battery, if you will allow you to go up to over 1,000 miles. I mean, that is just an absolute game changer as far as the whole industry goes. For me personally, I'm trying to look into the actual manufacturers, if you will, of this. Of these batteries, and which ones have a contract, if you will, with the likes of like a GM or a Ford, or heck, maybe even Tesla. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, for me personally, I want to invest into those particular ones that have these contracts moving forward, and seeing what the price is per stock. And when again, I don't really like talking about stocks, so please don't take this the wrong way. But I just thought it was interesting that Crypto Winter brought that up, because it actually shows. You guys aren't going to see this, but if you dig deep into it, it actually shows how big the battery is. So get this, right? Whether you're for electric cars or not, with for instance Tesla, like when it shows the actual battery, it's a huge freaking battery. And one of the safety concerns is, if the vehicle gets hit and so on, it ignites like a crazy fire and whatnot. This darn uh, forever battery, if you will, it's like very thin. It's more compact, and it works way better. I kind of look at it like the concept. I know this is apples and oranges comparison, but it's just my own way of looking at it. Kind of like computers from like the 1980s. Like when I was a little kid, I remember, never forget seeing the great big huge floppy disk, and then we went from that to like a 3.5 millimeter floppy disk, and then we went from that to literally like flash drive technology and so on. So again, it's just like that. The technology gets better, you're able to go farther, and it gets more and more compact. You're literally seeing that with these batteries. So for me, it's an ongoing project that I've done. I've literally been able to narrow it down to one um, that has popped up as being a manufacturer for these. But I want to find out more info on some of the other ones. But it's kind of like these manufacturers are keeping that hush hush, like it's like a backdoor behind the scenes type thing. And I always think to myself, why does it need to be such a hush hush thing? Why was it I had to listen to a 2-hour seminar just to find the info on only one of those companies that has stocks for this freaking battery? Is where I'm going with. We got sidetracked. Let's get back to what we're talking about.
Okay. Let's see. John Erickson. Yeah, my point being more profit to be made elsewhere. Okay. The Jin, Courteous Crypto. Yes, VeChain will be big in the future to do traceability project. This token is on my list. So come over here. John Erickson again. I understand that. Let's see. Crypto Winter, I asked you about the rock. He's talking about my gratitude rock. No, it's not it's not a meditation tool. It just reminds me when I get aggravated, basically. I don't know how else to explain it, just to be grateful for things in life, like this audience, for example. I'm grateful for that. Family, friends. You guys are family and friends as well. I'm going in on the comments. The Jin, VThor, yes, VThor follows VeChain, part of the ecosystem.
Yeah, for those people that don't understand VThor, look at it like from this perspective, okay? Look at it from like the Axie Infinity perspective. Axie Infinity is the native token, but what is the actual token to use to pay for things in their actual game? Well, it would be Smooth Love Potion. Same concept. VeChain, then you have VThor. And VThor is significantly cheaper, but me personally, I like VThor. I get it. I can load up on it, but the one I really, really want is the native one, which is the VET token.
Yeah, thank you. I had some VThor before I sold it off. But yeah, I'm looking to get back in. I had a little bit of vet too. I'm looking to get back in on probably just stick with vet for the time being. Crypto Winter, XRP is going to win their lawsuit. I most definitely agree. Yes, that's going to be a big catalyst. I think it's a slam dunk for them from what I'm understanding and hearing and reading. John Erickson, yeah, I was using Crow as an example. I don't recall saying you had to pick one or the other. Laugh out loud. Yeah, well, we like to have fun. You know what? It's been a while since we played a game. Let's just do this. Guys, give us right now your top 3 most bullish picks. What are your top 3 most bullish picks from the top 100? We'll just narrow it down to that. What ones are you looking to load up on at some point when they hit that rock bottom strike price you're looking for, your entry point? What are your top 3 picks? Put it in the chat and we'll recognize you. Mr. Maui, true. Listen to that guy. Buy Bitcoin, good right now. Crypto winner. I'm not. This game for the short term. I'm in this for 40-year stretch. Wow. There's no other way. Bitcoin is the future, guy. When I see the internet, I see crypto like a perfect marriage. Tim Shea, is it true that you guys are going to have The Rock as a guest on the show soon? Oh, you're talking about like the wrestler guy? What's his name?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah. No, we're
That'd
not
be
having.
that would be amazing if we could land somebody like that. Yeah.
We have our rock right here. We have the gratitude rock. That would be funny. Okay. I will use my platform to give you more followers. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Oh man, thanks so much, man. We really appreciate that. Lot to I don't. Well, you skipped it.
Mr. Maui. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you, Mr. Maui. Crypto Winter, Curve, Polygon. Oh, here's his three. Okay. He's going to go with Curve, Polygon, and Engine. Isaac, Larry, I like your prediction for SHIB and XRP. Yeah, I think those could really touch off a bull run. You know, SHIB coming out with a SHIBverse. Shibarium, one of the two, or maybe both. XRP, finishing the lawsuit, getting over with. Mike C. Thank you, Mike C.
Thanks, Mike Cornwell. 1 through 4 or whatever.
Part of the Mike Coalition 1 through 4, courtesy of Michael Cornwell. The Forever Battery goes like the Energizer.
You know, it's no joke, man. I mean, it's things that make sense. At the end of the day, you want to get into ones that make sense. To me, that is something that makes sense. Anything that's going to revolutionize anything, right? Whether it's the car industry and so on, those are the ones I want to get into before they start to like really, really take off. Because if you see the potential adoption happening or the want and demand for something like that, the want and demand already is right there as we speak. So why wouldn't I want to, tune into something like that?
Crypto winner is Max. That's GMC is doing that for the Ever battery. Okay, so he's saying GMC, General Motors, is leading the way on that battery. Courteous Crypto. Max, can we get a teaser of that accent you do so well?
Which one?
Yeah,
which one? Is it the one referring to Taco Tuesday where I go down there and I say to him, I'd be like, I want to get the bean burrito with sour cream, and then I want to tweet it on Crypto Talk Now and put it all over Larry's face. Or are you talking about the one where I'm like, I don't like all this crypto regulation, like from Coinbase telling me, your papers, please? Or are you actually referring to like the Russia-Ukraine war, where it's just like, ever since the time I small boy, I always dreamed of coming to United States of America, meeting Mr. Larry and Mr. Patches to do a little skit and bang bang. I mean, pick your poison, my friend. Or is it, shout out to La Grande Commission? Oui. I mean, you got to pick it, man. You got to tell me which one you're referring to.
And just so you guys have a heads up, there's a major, I just heard a lot of thunder outside. So if I lose connection, it's because we're about to get a big storm here again. Seems like we're getting a lot of storms here. We had a big, massive windstorm the other day, a big tornado threat. And now we're hearing thunder out there. So it's going to level out again at the end of the day because Bitcoin is still down for the day. And of course, he said Bitcoin, and we bring up the Bitcoin chart because everyone loves to look at Bitcoin. We are now at 20,395 in the last 24 hours. Mike, well, that's the price now, but in the last 24 hours, we are down just less than 1%. We're kind of going sideways with Bitcoin. Michael Cornwell, I have a Forever battery. It's called a Chevy LS engine. Laugh out loud.
Right. There
He's eating those gummies again. Michael Cornwell, are you eating those gummies? Saying funny things. All right. Maybe the Jin, maybe we all like batteries, like the Matrix. Oh, we're all batteries. We're in the Matrix, he says. We're gonna get shut down.
You know what? The closest we'll get to the Matrix is actually what? The metaverse. Let's face it.
That's true. And I really like those. I think that's what we're going to see in this next run here. Even if we're not quite into the bull run, I think that those projects, I think you guys will pay attention to this. I think maybe most will agree. Anything that's metaverse related with strong utility, like a real strong utility that's metaverse related, I think is going to be great for like a new token coming out or something like that, or any existing token. Push that like button. Yes. Thank you so much. Osborne. Welcome back, Osborne. He says, good afternoon, gentlemen. He says, thank you for going live and being consistent. What did I miss about XRP?
Hey, Osborne, shout out to you. I remember you from Chandler, Arizona. Shout out to the East Valley, represent. I'm here in the Northwest Valley, represent. Mad love to you, my friend. But yeah, thank you for recognizing us. Yes, we are live. We are always consistent. It is an absolute grind. Man, I had an absolute crash last night. I mean, I was just dead dog tired. Finally got some decent rest in that regard. But you know what? I'm still throwing it out there. I'm thinking like anywhere from one. I always say one. How about like 1.5 to 3 months? There's something going to happen. It's going to trigger this particular channel to show and so on, and we're going to stand out. It's just we have to please the hunger of the YouTube algorithm by feeding it a consistent show every day and a consistent amount of recorded videos. And as long as we keep that up, that's going to end up putting us over the top. I truly believe that. And of course, thanks to you guys who come in here with all the comments and the constructive feedback and the good questions and you name it and so on. So we appreciate you guys. You're all part of the mix as well. But yes, good to see you. He says, what did I miss about XRP? You want to answer that for him?
Yeah, I was going to say, so what you missed basically is we talked about, we both like XRP. We're both bullish on XRP. The lowest in the last 12 months price-wise was 30 cents. And right now we're at 32. Our strike price, we're trying to get into it at around 25 cents. We both are in agreement with that. We both believe they will win the lawsuit. I'm believing it could happen in January, and they're not going to appeal, so that they'll just flat out just win. And that could be a major catalyst for the bull run. I think we're all in agreement with all those points.
We are in agreement on that.
Yeah.
I will say this, guys: do not go out and mortgage your house, for instance. I mean, like this one
like
we have
Michael
here.
Taylor says to do. Michael Taylor said that earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have like 2 or 3 houses or anything like that. I mean, that's my goal eventually. But I mean, at least we got one, and it is paid off. I would not go out and mortgage this house to invest it into crypto. I just wouldn't do that. I just don't think that's wise. But at the end of the day, if you have a set amount that you have every month to invest, then narrow down your short lists. Say to yourself, which are the ones that really, really stand out? Unless you're that lucky guy who was really smart about, like, you already had a couple years experience or more in crypto, and you said, you know what, I'm gonna wait for extreme crashes, and I'm gonna use this money I have saved up. Let's say it's like I don't know, 5, 10, 15, 20 grand, and you're like, now I am going to get into XRP, CRL, Phantom, Hex, Zilliqa, heck, load up more on Shiba Inu, Gala. I mean, just on and on. And like those guys, if that is you, I tip my hat off. Even though I'm not wearing my fedora right now, I tip my hat off to you, because you guys are the ones that recognize these ultimate buying opportunities. You guys are the ones that are going to be creating what I like to refer to as the generational wealth. They'll look at you in the future because you left a tremendous legacy for not just your kids, your grandkids, so on and so forth. If anything, they should at least get a portrait made for you to hang up on the fireplace, over the fireplace, where people can have a conversation. Who was that? Oh, that was Grandpa so and so from 100 years ago. He's the one that allowed us to have all this great things and so on. This is why you don't have to work at a 9-to-5 job. Really? Okay.
The more and more I look at it, Max, I'm going to actually have to read up to see if there's any recent developments with AMP, because it really just took a beating, and it's like a distressed asset at this point. So I'm thinking that I can control more of it. Market cap is 402 million, ranked 84. High last 12 months. Again, we talked about it, it's close to 8 cents. So this could be something, where if you bought it less than a penny or around a penny, I mean, it's less than a penny now, but it's an easy, you could basically go from a penny or less than a penny to 8 cents. That's like a big time move. So that could be something I'm a little closer at. And
yeah,
it's funny because I was going to take it out of my watch list.
No, I've had that on my watch list for a while, and that is the way I look at it. It could have a really nice gain, in which like almost like a no-brainer, if you will, in that regard. I might get more greedy with that. May wait for was it not 2 zeros and a 5 instead of where it's at right now.
And if you guys are wondering why Polygon again is pumping, if you missed the beginning of the show, we talked about it over here on their Twitter page. They have announced just now 10 hours ago that they go ahead and have a new model here It says right here, today we're announcing the launch of the first Polygon ID integration. Polygon's ID integration is a self-sovereign identity solution powered by ZK cryptography that brings huge potential for DAO governance. Read on, and then you guys can see here, this is the new model that they have. Let's come over here and see. This is not the best graphic. Let me come over down here and see this one here. This is the one I'm looking for. The computer's slow. Okay, so here it is. Polygon ID flips the internet's trust model. And then you can see this up on the screen. We talked about that. If you guys want to rewind the show, just out of curiosity, I was just looking. It's all the way up 20% in the last 24 hours. Your thoughts on Polygon, Max, while I try to find my spot again on the comments.
My thoughts on Polygon is that I need to get a second bag. I've been saying that for a while. Currently speaking, I mean, you see them pop up quite a bit as of recent in the news, which of course, you know, there was still talk about them and so on. Some people like Larry was worried about the security risk and whatnot. But what I will say is, you know, I like the idea that they have this particular thing that you're seeing right here being introduced. I personally feel as though that this, if it works out well, will set the new model moving forward for other projects or products in this case. In that regard, you'd also love, of course, hearing the whole thing about them wanting to join and help out the Dogecoin dev team in regards to their new blockchain. They just got a lot of positive catalysts that keep popping up in the news as of recent. And, you know, if you're an investor in Polygon, you're definitely glad to hear these type of things. You know, personally, I'm looking at right now, currently ranked 18th on CMC. They're up 15% for the week, 21% on that 24-hour chart. But I'm going to wait for this to kind of die down a little bit more before I buy another bag of Polygon. But, you know, even if I don't buy another bag real soon, I'm still satisfied with the bag I currently have. But I definitely think at some point, especially if the market crashes more and Polygon follows, that I should try to get a second bag because, you know, I'm never going to be able to get it for this amount. I should say never, but, you know, I might have to wait. Yeah, less likely, especially if we go on a nice bull run either by the end of the year or going into the beginning of next year. I might have to wait like 2 or 3 years or something to see it like at these levels again. So that's how I feel about it.
Good. Thank you. The Jin, Tesla is working on a battery that can be charged in 30 minutes and give you up to 600 miles of drive. Ricky says, at Crypto Winner, now you know why all the chips for electric cars are sitting on a ship, because gas is in high demand and they're making money. Yeah, the big oil companies are making money. Mr. Maui, I share your channel on my platform. Can you tell us? That's great. Can you tell us what platform you're sharing us on? Where is your platform? What social media platform? Is it Facebook, Instagram? Where are you sharing us? Twitter? Let us know. I'm curious. Prayers for impact from the war. It sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Thoughts and prayers. I mean, you know what? I'll say at the dinner table before, you know, we say grace and so on. I literally always pray. I say, dear God, please help the people of the Ukraine, basically see this thing through and bless them, help them overcome the horrible things that are happening over there.
Now, our hearts and prayers go out to everybody impacted by the war. And we thank you for bringing that up to remind us of how how grateful and how much gratitude we should have that we are not part of the war right now. We're not in a war zone is what I'm saying. Edward Vincent, welcome back to the comments. Here's his 3 that he really feels bullish on in the top 100. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and ADA. Welcome back. We haven't seen you since yesterday. La Gringa Mexicana 73, ETH, Gala, and ADA, and thank you for that. Tim Shea, Gala, XRP, and Crow. Osborne, KDA, that's a good one I haven't gotten into. Terra with 1 R. I think he's talking about Terra with 2 R. Well, he could be talking about Terrarium. I'm not sure. That's what I'm curious.
Oh, yeah. You're right. I forgot about that.
It's not in the top 100, so he's got me confused. Maybe he's talking about Terra Luna. Or Terra 2. Oh, okay. Here we go. We're not going to attack you.
All right.
That's a funny comment. I like the monkey in there. Cards V says, P.S. Don't attack my profile pic. Why don't you put the monkey in there? At least you got it right there. You can cut and paste it. Put the monkey in there since you like. That's funny. All right. So look, Cards V, welcome so much. We don't attack you. We're not attacking you guys about not having an avatar pick. We're just encouraging you to have one, because if you put your dog, your cat, or some kind of a hobby, you like to fish, you're a hunter, or whatever you are, you like cars, or if you want to put your picture of yourself, we want to get to know you as people, so that we have 500 people coming in here that we recognize, like a family, a big family reunion every single night at 9 p.m. Eastern. That's all we're looking to do, just to recognize you. But that's just a funny one. Oh wow, we have a shoot. I missed this one. Okay, Michael Cornwell, thank you for the $2 donation. He says, Peep Shib.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. Yes, Peep Shib is correct. I don't know. Do you feel as though that you're not going to see Shib back to that 5-0 mark and a number, Larry? Or you think it's going to happen again?
Say it one more time. My sound went out for a second. I just got some static.
So do you see Shib dropping back down to 5 zeros and a number again, or you feel as though you kind of missed the boat on the 5 zeros?
That's a good question. That's a good question, because I did miss it. I said I'll get more when it gained another zero, and I missed that. It gained a zero, and then it burned it again.
So right? I basically addressed this in our recorded videos. I know that you don't have the latest one on there. We got to give Larry, of course, a chance to get that up there, but be on the lookout for that, guys. I do address the whole burning. You're seeing Shiba Inu literally burn, not just like maybe once or twice a week. Like you're literally seeing shit burning like almost every other day, and it's getting to the point where it's literally burning every day. You have that combined, of course, with some of these positive catalysts that are coming out and so on, or the utilities say it's really making SHIB stand out, because I mean, again, this is crypto winter and SHIB is still standing out. Can you imagine what's going to happen when there's bullish momentum? That's what gets me excited. I'm like,
yeah,
holy cow. So even for me, yeah, I got, my top 5 that I need to get into. Like I need to get XRP. I need to load up more on some of these other ones. I need to get a position of, Gala, and so on. But at the same time, I got to remind myself, what's the one that performed the best for me for 2021? Shiba Inu takes the cake. Maybe I should get a second big bag. And maybe I will when it goes back down to 5 zeros and a number. But will it do that? That's what I'm asking you, Larry. I don't know.
I'm gonna answer that with this. I'm gonna say yes, and I'm gonna say this, and the reason why is, okay, we're looking at it right now, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros and the 102 level. I'm gonna compare it to Ethereum. It seems to let me just show you something about Ethereum. I can pull it up. Okay, so Ethereum is right here. So we're talking about Ethereum dropping. I'm thinking down to 850. Some people are calling for it to go a lot lower than that, but in a sort of an optimistic viewpoint, not a huge crash or a meltdown. I mean, if Ethereum drops to 850, I see SHIB gaining back a zero. I don't think I missed the boat on it. I think it'll gain a zero back at some point, maybe not tomorrow, but I see it gaining a zero back. And then I have to decide and say, well, you know what? It did it before, Larry, and you didn't buy it. You didn't even dollar cost average into it. So maybe, lightning strikes twice. I don't know. So I say it's going to gain back a zero at some point, but only because the overall market, I don't think we're at the bottom yet. We're very close. And if you would have bought it, I'll tell you what, if you would have bought it when it gained to zero the other day, I mean, I think that was smart. I mean, I would have done it, but again, I was just trying to be a little bit more greedy, but maybe I missed it.
I do see it like basically going to like 5 zeros, maybe tomorrow. So I mean, probably like at the 9, maybe the 8 level. But I guess what I should have said is at the levels that I originally bought it for, which is 50799 is what I'm basically saying.
Yeah,
I think that could happen, but there might be too much fluctuation between 4 zeros 1 and 5 zeros 9 8 or 9, and then a little bit below that on 8. As far as getting back down to like 7s. I mean, we have to see like extreme crash with everything, in my opinion.
Let's go back over here. So thanks for the insight on SHIB. Crypto winter, bullish on Bitcoin, UMA, Litecoin. That's one we don't hear much about anymore. It's just kind of like a boring one, but Zcash, Curve, 1 inch, Magic. I think he's saying about, is he saying Magic or is he saying Matic Polygon? I don't know. Magic, Polygon, and Engine. Mr. Maui, Bitcoin is leveling out again. Oh, wow. You see that? He gave me the code. Look, back to the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin is currently at 20,420. We are currently looking at the 1 minute chart, and now at the 15-minute chart, here's where we're at. These are 15-minute candles. It is kind of leveling out right now. You're right. John Erickson, good question. Definitely ETH and Crow, depending on where it drops. I'll probably go with Algo as well. That's another good one. Algo is in good with the government. Let's just say that. The Jin, Max, you are making... No, please, the Jin, stop. He's always the first one to mention food to make me hungry, because around this time I get hungry. He says, Max, you are making me hungry with a burrito and sour cream with guacamole.
That's right. Bean burrito with sour cream and put it all over Larry's face.
Oh, La Gringa Mexicana 73. I'm excellent when it comes to pronunciation of Spanish. And I hope I'm getting it right. And she says, you must be close. We are getting ready to get hit by a storm too. Thank you for that. We are this studio is in North Carolina. So if you are near North Carolina, maybe you're sharing the same storm system, weather pattern. Michael Cornwell, one of the newest developments in the STEM field is the nuclear powered diamond battery. Essentially, this is a diamond that produces an electric current due to its radioactive properties. Interesting science there. Wow. Thank you. Tim Shea, Bitcoin. These are his three he likes. Top 100, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB. That's one we haven't talked about in a while, Max. We haven't said... BNB is kind of quiet on the show. We don't talk about BNB. What's going on with BNB?
Well, the reason why I don't think we talk about it much is because it's just, it's kind of... let's face it, it's kind of boring to a sense.
Well, we're going to get sued, right? Or there's speculation, maybe.
Well, there's that. And then on top of that, it's just the volume that they do. They don't do the volume compared to other centralized exchanges. Well, like CRO and so on. There is still that consistent downward trend. Yes, they are still the biggest centralized exchange out there. I get that. But for those reasons, or the reason why we don't really talk about it much. Also on top of that, like you and some of my own personal friends, they don't like Binance. I'm not a big fan of using their platform. It's not as user friendly compared to some of the other ones out there.
What about the coin itself, though? Are you trying to make a distinction between the exchange, or are you talking about the coin too?
Well, more like all of the above.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying that if you hold BNB, it's necessarily a matter of the value is going to tank tremendously. You're going to use what, but what I am saying is, BNB in itself. I mean, market cap, all the things we mentioned, of course, previously on the show. It does have the downward trend as far as volume and whatnot. The marketing in itself. I mean, when's the last time you saw any marketing for Binance? Again, I get it. We're also talking about different markets, the Asia Pacific market,
right?
The European market, and so on. Maybe they see lots of ads compared to us, and I also get the whole thing. There's Binance, and there's of course Binance US, or Binance USD, and so on. Those are all factors. It's just, again, all those things mentioned. We don't talk about BNB much because there's really not much to talk about them other than when they make like headline news with lawsuits or CZ putting out a tweet. I mean, you think about this. If CZ wasn't active in the community, would there be anyone else that would really come to attention? No, there isn't anybody else.
I think I'm bullish long term on BNB. I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens with their lawsuit. I'm kind of hoping everything drives down so we can get more eventually, but it's not right now at the top of my list because I have too many other things in my top 100 to look at.
It's the price too. I mean, are you really going to dollar cost average at $200?
I mean, the market cap is huge. It's already ranked number 5. So,
but that's what I'm saying. Are you going to literally see yourself, hey, you know what? I got $1,000 and I'm going to buy, let's say it drops to $200 a BNB. Right. You're really going to buy yourself 4 or 5 BNB with your budget?
No. Well, you're not. I put the $1,000 into Crow and XRP. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. You want life-changing money, not just, hey, I made like $100.
Yep. Crypto winner, we got to watch Ricky, the man speaks fire. Sorry. Michael Cornwell, last a hella long time. The half-life of carbon 14 is 5,730 years. which means for us is that we have batteries that will outlive us, our children or grandchildren, 50 generations. Michael Cornwell, it's a technology they're working on. Hopefully it's not expensive because no one's going to want to adopt it, but it sounds expensive. La Gringa Mexicana 73. SHIB is pumping. You are right. It's starting to move a bit. It was down, right? So it's starting to move. I'll pull it up on KuCoin just because you mentioned SHIB. It's pumping. That means it's a code word for you want to look at a chart. And here is Shiba Inu paired with USDT, the unstable stablecoin. Here it is right here on the chart. We currently have up here a 15-minute chart. There was a big 15-minute candle, a green right here. Let's bring it into a 5-minute chart. Look at that. Looks green. Let's bring it to 1 minute. Well, a little bit of a jump here on these last 2 minutes. But, yeah, this is what's going on. A little bit sideways. But, yeah, we're up currently a couple percent right now. Not like yesterday, but it's starting to move a little bit. So thank you for that. Crypto Winter. Max, I took my money out of Coinbase 2 months ago. Only lost $68, and most of it was in gas fees.
Good for you. They don't deserve a business. That's just how I personally feel about it. I'm not a fan of
Coinbase, yeah.
Coinbase. It's just too much, as I would say, of your papers, please. I don't like that.
Yeah. And the CEO said a stupid thing the other day saying that if they were to go bankrupt, the holders are not going to be the first to get their money back, which was so stupid. Even the guy washing the toilets telling him to shut up because he's going to lose a job. So there, yes, the whole thing goes. I hope it don't go bankrupt. I hope it doesn't, but it could. La Gringa Mexicana 73 a little bit. She's saying that SHIB is pumping a little bit. Mr. Maui, more people, please join me in making a big push. Thank you so much. We need a big push, guys. Share this on your social media platforms. We are so grateful for you doing that. Follow showing for you guys. Thank you. Michael Cornwell, SHIB community is calling all members to hold. That's what he's saying. Crypto.
Hodl.
Yes. Hodl. I missed it. Okay. Hold on for dear life. Crypto talk now. Within equals without. Coochie boy. Bitcoin not important until it hits 15 and then 13. Yeah. I'm a buyer at 12. But that's just me. And you know what? He tricked me. Bitcoin. There you go. There's Bitcoin again. I promise you I keep doing it. La Gringa Mexicana 73. I had to come back. I like your channel. Thank you so much. We appreciate you coming back.
Yes, we appreciate you. Thank you.
You are part.
To see you come back.
You are part of the 8% as terms of lady viewership. And once we get to 12%, we will be the most watched crypto talk show on the interwebs, as someone likes to say. Thank you for that. Coochie boy, better prices are coming. Yes. Michael Cornwell, Binance is holding trillions of Luna Classic in their wallet. They are making it their coin. They're going to recoup. Holy cow. I hope that you're right, Michael Cornwell. We've heard the rumors. They said they had a couple trillion. Max, your thoughts on that? Does Binance really have a lot of Luna Classic? Are we all going to be, I'm going to get $175,000 if Luna Classic goes to 7 cents. And Michael Cornwell, if it doesn't go there, we're going to blame Michael Cornwell's math. What do you think, Max? Do they have a lot?
Yeah, I think they have a lot. I think Michael Cornwell is correct in that regard. It's a game of patience at this point. And, guys, let's face it. I mean, are you really rushing to sell your Luna Classic? Well, the answer should be no. You should look at, it's still the lotto ticket that you want to hold on to. It's just you got to be patient in regards to that. Hodl is the overexpressed term is thrown out there. Keep hodling. Heck, if you're a Saitama investor, you've been hodling all this time anyway. So why not hodl this?
Yep, I agree. There's no sense of selling now if you're already down, or maybe you've already made money with it. But I think it's something to hold, and just in hopes of it just getting it to a penny, or maybe it does go to 7 cents. Who knows? Mr. Maui, I have lots of SHIB. It's not going down anymore. That's what he says. John Erickson. I agree, Max. I got in BNB when it first came out. Good for you, but he sold it a while back. All right. So maybe you made some good money. Maui going up. Top it off every week. Okay, it's not going down. Coochie boy, BNB will matter when NFT projects are listed on BNB is required.
I agree with that. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. One of the things I forgot to mention earlier just stuck out when he said that about projects going on with NFTs is the tokens going on there. There's so many. Unfortunately, they're associated with a lot of rug pulls going on BNB. There's just, and everybody knows it. It's
Right, with
horrible.
Binance Smart Chain contract.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
and
correct.
that
I would
hurts
agree
it.
on that. That does hurt as far as that goes. I will
Yep.
state this. I mean, I know Larry's not a big fan of Solana, but again, Solana is definitely one that I think takes the cake as far as the NFT minting. It has the lowest average fees, almost hardly anything in that regard. I think that's honestly what is going to save them moving forward. I think they need to put a lot of emphasis not just on that, but also continuously developing their ecosystem like they have been, and get away from the negative news about the whole thing with their blockchain going down and so on. As long as that doesn't happen anymore, let's face it, people eventually in the years come going forward, they'll forget about that. It's only the investors that remember, like right now, they're going to remember that. Let's just be real about it. So I think
Yep.
they're going to be fine. I know you're not a big fan of them and so on, but with the NFTs is where they stand out.
They are, yes, I agree with that statement. They do stand out big time with the NFTs. Doesn't cost a lot to mint them. I was bullish on them. I got lucky with them, or I don't know if you want to call me smart, but sold around 97 or 98. I don't always get so lucky, but Solana, I'm not sure what to say. Just the halting of the blockchain is what spooked me, but maybe they'll turn it around and instill investor confidence again, I guess you could say. For me, at least. Tim Shea says BNB is at a great price right now. Yeah, it looks to be decent. It's just that it's such a high market cap at number 5, which is, just high. But Crypto Winter, we need a pump song, guys. Okay.
I could do one. It would be a combination of like salt and pepper. So we should get salt and pepper on it. It'd be like pump it up. Actually, that's not them. That's somebody else. Who's that from?
Yeah.
Pump
Oh, you're
the
talking
jam,
about
pump it up.
Pump
Remember
It
that?
Up Jam.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I forgot who even sings that. My goodness, what's wrong with me?
The
Really
Salt and Pepper is the Push It song. You're
push
thinking
it.
of that one.
Yeah, right. Push it real good. That could be it too. I don't know.
Yeah.
But what about the other guys? The pump the
Pump It
jam,
Up a Jam
pump it up.
was it Tektronic or something like that?
There you go. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you
All right,
go.
maybe that'll be the song. But then again, we'll get the copyright strike. That's what sucks.
Exactly. We can't, God forbid. Yeah, we can't say anything. We can't play any fun music because even if we give them credit, they won't let it. Okay, Tim Shea, more affordable than ETH, and gas fees are so much better. Yeah, they are for Solana. La Gringa Mexicana is saying number 73. She is in Tennessee, which is not far from our studio here. Coochie Boy, Matic, nice bull candles. Okay, let's look at Matic. Why not, right? Let's do it the easy way. Let's do it the easy way. So here's Matic. Let's just push this little button because I love pushing the buttons. It's easy. Instead of typing, so much easier. And let's look at the Matic chart, courtesy of KuCoin. They don't sponsor us, but they probably should think about doing it in the future. And here we are at the 15-minute mark. We are here. Big candles. That's what he's saying. Here's a big one. I guess we'll go back to the 1 minute. Well, it depends on how you look at it. I mean, 15 minutes. There was this one, the 1, 2, 3 greens in a row for these 15 minutes, and then
that's
green.
a signal of bullish momentum because I mean, it's not going up to like the top of the mountain or anything like that, but it is bullish momentum because you are seeing decent size, medium, I would say mid tier candles that are green, but you see a lot of them.
La Gringa Mexicana 73 wants to make sure everyone knows she's in Tennessee.
Sergeant, yours home state.
Yes, thunderstorm. Coochie Boy, you guys talked about Matic. I missed it. I came in late. Yes.
It's all right. At least you came, though. I mean, we always appreciate it. That's the whole thing. I mean, some people come in late. Some people come in early and they take off. Some people stick it out to the whole show. We appreciate everybody. There we go.
So we've identified the catalyst. I've got it up on the screen. This is courtesy of their official Twitter page for Polygon Matic. Polygon ID flips the internet's trust model. And here it is right here. You guys can check it out while I go through the comments. We've read it a couple times. Coochie Boy, projects building NFTs on Polygon network. Yeah,
sure.
Okay, Crypto Winter is checking in from Brooklyn, New York. Shout out to everybody.
New York. Wow.
Brooklyn is in the house. Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn, New York is in the house. Thank you.
Let me ask you this, Crypto Winter. Do you have a Brooklyn accent? When you think of Larry, like if you're going to meet Larry in person, will you literally be like, "Hey, Larry, we're on the street here in BK. It's that, I'm talking like Jack from the show. But yeah, I mean, is your voice like that? I mean, yeah, I was down in Times Square. I was talking to my colleague about what's going on in crypto, and he says, go back to Jersey, you bum. Anyway,
something like that. He probably does sound like that. Osborne, yeah, I was referring to Terrarium. Well, that wasn't in the top 100, but this might be a life-changing play. Thoughts? Ugh. What are your thoughts about Terrarium, Max?
my thoughts on Terrarium is, I still feel as though that they could very well be the platform that ends up being the low market cap centralized exchange that they basically want to be. I know that there's a decent amount of hype because mid to top tier influencers cover them quite a bit. I have not gotten into Terrarium yet. I'm still waiting a little bit longer in that regard, but you know, I also still need to do a little bit more research when it comes to Terrarium, but they are on my watch list. They have been for a while, and I, still think that there's new all-time highs that can possibly happen. And as a result, a lot of the recent marketing, like Larry pointed out, you're starting to see that they're starting to take advantage of their marketing wallet, and they're getting the word out there by, was it doing some of these AMAs and promoting it as far as influencers doing promotional videos and whatnot. But I think it's going to take a lot more than just that. It needs to have just a lot of people just consistently talking about it and so on, and them showing, hey, it's going to be more than just a new centralized exchange. Here's our utility behind us and whatnot. They got to build buyer confidence, I think, is the main takeaway I get it from Terrarium. So I'm gonna kick it back to Larry.
Okay, so my thoughts on Terrarium are this. So Terrarium has a real chance. These are two things. I'd like them to take things a little more seriously if they really want to truly be a centralized exchange. I guess they have a chance to do that. But what I'd like to see them do is I'd like to see them focus on the Indian market, be a centralized exchange for India, which I think they're doing that. But I'd like to see them go to a V2, which no one ever talks about, but this is what I thought about the other day. Go to a V2, change their tokenomics so they can get on some major exchanges. Because remember, all these coins like Crow, for example, Binance, they're all on each other's different exchanges, right? KuCoin, they all have their own tokens. I'd like to see them get on major exchanges. They need to do that. And they need to stop saying they're going to get on Binance, because Binance doesn't operate that way. Binance will not let you announce they're getting on a major exchange. They're getting on their exchange until they announce it first. Binance has to announce it first. So go to a V2, take it a little more seriously, eliminate the zeros so that we can have something with the tokenomics just be no fancy tokenomics, because this is supposed to be a centralized exchange. So I just think that would be better for them, and they can get on some major exchanges and then grow their exchange aspirations from there. So that's my thoughts. Tim Shea, be careful with Solana. Cody Core, I'm back. He's back.
Hey, Cody Core, and you got your Bam Bam Bigelow beanie on. Right on.
Crypto Crackhead, welcome back to Crypto Crackhead. He was here last night. He has returned for us to say his very funny username. He's a Luna Classic supporter, and he says it has been difficult figuring out which direction Bitcoin up. He said Bitcoin. I've had this up too long anyway. So where is Bitcoin? This is Matic, Shib, Bitcoin. He says, which direction is Bitcoin is going? Feels like herding cats. Tim Shea, what are the market caps of Bitcoin and Ethereum? That's a good question.
The current ones. Okay.
The market caps.
You want me to answer that, or you want me?
Yeah, you can if you want to.
So the current market cap of Bitcoin is sitting at $388 billion, or 388 billion, and then what was the other one?
Ethereum
sitting at 131 billion 545 million.
And thanks for that, Crypto Winter. Oh, guys, I almost forgot to mention that the miners stopped selling and started mining, and Russian Bitcoin miners are also starting to mine this week. We started last week. Yeah, thank you for that. Crypto Winter. No, guys, I'm U.S. MUT Florida.
Oh, okay.
Kentucky.
So the whole thing of you know, a Lowy, what on the street down in Coney Island is like this. No, okay. So that's not your voice. All right. Thank you for the clarification.
The funny thing is, before that, so Rabbit, welcome to Rabbit Jackburn. Thank you for your avatar being a rabbit. He's saying Terrarium is a sleeper pick. The funny thing is that before Terrarium hired their whole bunch of influencers, there was only 2 influencers that probably had a bigger bag than I did of Terrarium. I still hold all my Terrarium, haven't sold 1 token. I am waiting. It could be a sleeper pick, but they need to do things a little bit differently, in my opinion. If they want to call me on the phone or message me, I'd be happy to give them some real advice, because there's certain things that I'm not happy with, but I don't want to, trash them on here, because I would be basically trashing my own money. So there you go. So Coochie Boy, yes, they're a team of doctors with 1 pilot. Correct. Okay, that's it. We've been going a long time. We had a great show today. Patches has relieved himself from the show because he had to take a little doggy puppy break. But we thank you so much for being here. We're going to wrap it up. We will see you again. We're going to change the show time tomorrow. We did some testing, and we saw we didn't have as best attendance as we did the day before. We had a concurrent of 175 yesterday. Yesterday. We actually had 175 a peak at the 4 o'clock show, and today we didn't do quite as well. So we are going to try temporarily switching to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the first daily show, and then the Max and Larry show will still, again, be every night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we are going to say goodbye to you, and we really appreciate you being here. Max, you want to say goodbye to everybody?
Yeah, we'll see y'all later. Be careful out there when it comes to some of these risky assets and so on. And of course, we all know that some of us are going to have our picks as far as what we narrowed it down to. But like anything, do your own research. Understand that it's a very volatile time that we live in, and hopefully we end up all doing well going into the near future. But with that said, I'm gonna kick it back to Larry. May you all have a great rest of your night.
Thank you for that. Good night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.